Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Alittihad is finally back in the league. I was very excited to watch this match because Alittihad, of course, is my club, guys. I support Alittihad. I'm a fan of Alittihad, okay? For those of you who don't know, okay? And for you guys watching this video who watch the Saudi League, if you guys are excited for the Saudi League coming back, this is the first round, the Saudi League is officially back, okay? Click the like button, and if you enjoy the video at the end, subscribe so you can get the notifications of my daily videos, because I post daily videos, not just on the Saudi League, also the European leagues like the Champions League, La Liga, and the Premier League, okay? I talk about those leagues as well, okay? You can see it on my channel. Now, let's get into this topic. Alittihad, Alkholood. Look, before this game began, I looked at Alkholood and I said, look, Alkholood was a difficult team last season to face for any club. If you're Al-Hilal, Al-Nasser, if you're Al-Ahli, if you're Al-Qadsiya, this team was a little bit difficult to face, okay? Ben Harburg, what he's doing, you know, he's building academies, he's taking a different approach with the way he's getting players. It's not the approach that the PIF clubs have, or Al-Qadsiya, which is owned by Aramco. It's a different approach, you know, he's building academies here and there, he's getting players from other places, I don't know, he's getting younger players, he's an investor, so his approach is quite different, you know, it's a different approach. And Alkholood will also play, I believe, the Saudi Super Cup as well. It's not the same Alkholood when I looked at this game. Alkholood have lost Hatan Bahabri, one of their most important players, okay? Alkholood have lost some players. They brought in some new players who haven't adapted to the team yet. So I was like, okay, look, Alkholood are not the same, okay? Alkholood are not the same team. So I wasn't, you know, worried about this game. And, you know, and Enrique as well. Enrique, you know, their starter striker wasn't fit. So their only good player in this game was Abdulaziz Al-Alawa, you know, who had an okayish game in this game. And I was frustrated. Of course, this game was 1-1. You know, I'm not really looking at the league as a priority for Alittihad this season. I think knockout competitions like the AFC Asian Champions League, the King's Cup, those competitions, I feel like we have a better chance to win a trophy. The league is very difficult, guys. The league is too much at this point, you know. Al-Qadsiya is all over the place, you know, they're too good. Al-Hilal, they've upgraded. Al-Nasser, you know, they lost Brozovic, but, you know, they're still good. Al-Ahli, you know, even with a new manager, I feel like they'll do well. The league is too much. The league is too much. So, but I still, you know, I still want my club to do well in the league. I still, you know, want to qualify for the Asian Champions League again. I want my club to win games. So I was frustrated. I was frustrated about 1-1. The game was very winnable because Alkholood wasn't really amazing this game. Alkholood were pressing us. Like, that was the only reason why Alkholood were playing well. I felt like Alkholood were pressing. They were pressing when they didn't have the ball. So it made it difficult for, you know, Alittihad to progress the ball. So that's what frustrated me. Alittihad came into this game with the same lineup from pre-season. The only difference being Al-Julaydan. Al-Julaydan's a good player, but you know, of course, he got the assist in this game, and Nasiri scored the header. But I wasn't really happy with Nasiri's overall performance in this game, guys, because, you know, he got the goal, but the only goal for us in this game. But I wasn't happy with his overall performance because You know, he wasn't really offering much, I'd say. And he wasn't, when he was making runs and Diaby had the ball, you know, he wasn't really going back and positioning himself properly. I felt like he could have played better. So that's why I wanted to see Alittihad. And George Alittihad for us in the preseason friendlies was very good. So again, I say this again to Jens Fissing. Once again, please, Jens Fissing, start George Alittihad more for Alittihad in all competitions this season. And Nasiri, look, you want to start him, it's fine, but please, when Nasiri doesn't have a good game like this, just go with George Alittihad, get him off the bench. But I would like to see George Alittihad starting more, because I think George Alittihad's performances have been better than Nasiri. And this game once again shows Nasiri's poor performances lately. Okay, he did score an amazing goal. Al-Jaledan, beautiful cross, but still the overall performance wasn't good enough. Okay, and I thought the best player on the pitch today was Dion Lupi. Dion Lupi was absolutely incredible. What a signing already, showing his insane quality today. Another midfielder I want to talk about in this video is Hussam Awar. He did cost us the game with his penalty, okay? But I felt like we still would have won the game anyway. Okay, but the penalty did end up costing us. Okay? Like, Alkholood's only, you know, thing that kept them in this game and made them compete was their press without the ball. So that's why the game was difficult for us, guys. Their players aren't that amazing. It's not the same Alkholood from last season, okay? If you disagree with me, tell me in the comments, but this is how I feel, okay, from what I watched, okay? And Moussa Diaby, I don't understand why he was subbed off early. Moussa Diaby was absolutely incredible. He was absolutely destroying Alkholood's defenders, okay? So I thought that Jens Fissing's decision to substitute Moussa Diaby early was wrong, okay? Because Moussa Diaby could have created a goal for you when you were down to 10 men. And we will get into the topic of the red card, guys. Because the red card, guys, is a clear red card. Look, I'm a fan of Alittihad and I'm saying this. I'm not going to let my bias or my support fool me. Guys, I am a man of my word. Look, I'm a footballista, you know, I love football, okay? Rules of the sport are rules of the sport. When you're raising your foot like that into a player's body, okay? Guys, Danilo Pereira, he raised his foot so high. And that's just against the rules of the sport, guys. When you raise your foot that high, unnecessarily, vicious thing to do, it's a red card. It's a red card, so I'm not going to complain, guys. It's a clear red card. Danilo Pereira, one of our best players, one of our most important players, leaving the pitch out of a silly thing to do. So, you know, we hope Danilo Pereira can stop doing this. I mean, absolutely silly. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Completely unnecessary thing to do. And he was playing very well with Keller. He was playing very well with Stephen Keller throughout this match. So such a silly thing to do that costed us the game as well. And Moussa Diaby, if we kept him more on the pitch, he would have probably got us a goal. Because we were playing well, even down to 10 men, because we were parking the bus very well. So again, Jens Fissing should have not substituted Moussa Diaby this early. Rakan Ka'bi and Marwan Sahafi, who came on, I was very impressed with their performances, by the way. They were playing very well. But Marwan Sahafi, what made his performance disappointing was the missed goal scoring opportunity. He missed a chance where the net is absolutely open and the ball just went wide, his shot went wide. So that really sucked. And then at the end of the game, 8 minutes being added, that I don't understand, guys. It should have not been 8 minutes. Nothing happened in the second half that made it valid or reasonable to add 8 minutes at the end of the game. So I'm gonna hold my hands up in the air, bro. Alittihad, my club, kind of tried to cheat at the end to win the game. So I don't know why 8 minutes was added at the end, guys. I don't know, nothing happened. And we still couldn't win with 8 minutes being added by the referee. I don't know why, because nothing, absolutely nothing. No injury, no cooling break that took a while. No VAR checks took that long. No stoppages. Nothing happened in the second half to make it reasonable to add a total of 8 minutes of extra time. And we still couldn't score with 8 minutes, which is absolutely embarrassing. Guys, thank you for watching. Look, for me, the league is... the league, look, I want Alittihad to do well in the league. I want my club to do well in the league, even if we're not that good to compete. Look, it's unfortunate. It's frustrating. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You tell me in the comments what you think. 1-1, we get a point, but unfortunate. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.